Well, hey there. Probably no one there right now. I thought I'd invite you all to hang out with me a little bit while I did my manicure, and you can see the steps that I use to do my manicure, and we can chat about whatever you want. So I gotta figure out a way to if you're gonna see my manicure, then I gotta put you like this. So let me get this set up first. Let's flip you around and we'll find this. Good thing nobody's on right now. Let's see. Why is it? Orientation is rotate device back. Why isn't this? I wonder if I can. Oh, there we go. All right. So one of my favorite things to do is a weekly manicure. And right now my manicure is looking pretty dull. And I just need to change it out and get something else on my hands before I go pick up groceries and start dinner. So you might hear some praise music in the background. One of the things that I love to do while I'm doing my nails is listen to worship music. It just helps me focus a little bit more outside of myself and intentionally think more about Jesus and what he wants me to do with my life, with my family, with my relationships, with my health, all the things that I tend to focus my energies on in this world. I found that just doing my nails is really just cathartic, and because I've done it so many times, I'm not really having to think too much while I'm doing it. But it keeps my hands busy and it produces something pretty at the end, and obviously helps to maintain the health of my nails, all that good stuff. So I'm using just straight acetone. I don't normally do that. I usually use some sort of polish remover that has acetone, but has also nourishing oils, but I'm low on that. I'm going to stop at the store and get more. This is one of my least favorite things about dark polish. It gets all over. Well, thanks for joining me today, guys. If you guys have any questions or you just want to comment something, let me know. Just type it in and we'll have a little chat. What's up, Zorro? Hi, GSK. If you guys ever take time to do your own nails, it's important that you remember to nourish them in between your manicures with hydrating balms or oils, because that is how your nail stays flexible, but also keeps from breaking apart. What's up, Habit Geyser? My day's been good. How's your day been going? Just relaxing most of the time at home. Want me to do a pink color? Well, I have 3 colors picked out already, and none of them were pink. Maybe you can help me decide which out of the 3 you guys would like me to do. My toes are already red for Valentine's Day. Hey, Justin. Okay, so I'll show you the colors that I'm looking at doing. I've got sort of a grayish purple with a little bit of shimmer. And this one's like kind of a duochrome. It's like a bluish, greenish, purple color. It's pretty cool. And this one's more of like a purpley mauve, I guess. Kind of boring. Not super exciting, but if you guys have an opinion, 1, 2, or 3, you can look at them while I'm doing the rest of my stuff and tell me what you want me to do. So my nails are pretty much already shaped. I just want to take the middle one down a little bit, I think, to make it more even. I like more of an in-between square and oval shape. I don't do the square shape very well on my own fingernails. I think it looks horrible on me because I've got wide square nail beds already. And I have short stubby nail beds. So the square shape always looks better on people who have longer nail beds. Ugh, I still have so much polish on. We'll get that out of there, don't worry. This pinky nail I actually cut off last year. I was making dinner for my husband on his birthday, and I had one of those mandolins, you know, like they slice things like this. And I went shh, and I sliced off the tip of my finger. And it's been over a year now. You can't really tell. And the nail it came back all the way, which is surprising, but it still kind of disconnects a little bit right there. But that's okay. It doesn't hurt too much anymore either. But man, that was not a fun night. He didn't get his dinner like he thought he was going to. So I'm right hand dominant, which is why maybe this looks a little awkward because I'm having to sort of file with my left hand and I'm not super awesome at it. And one of the things that I like to do whenever I'm filing my nails is I take down the length like this, where my nails are bent towards me like this, but I flip it around like this to look at it so I can see exactly what it looks like from my perspective as I'm working with my hands. And usually there's a high side, so then I take the nail file and I just try and file it so that it's even. No, I do not use henna. And I have never used henna. Hey, Karen. Welcome to my first live. Thanks for joining. I've not seen henna I've not done henna on myself, but I've seen henna on plenty of people, and it is beautiful. I don't have any problems with doing henna. I just have never done it myself. I don't have any tattoos either. I'm tattoo free. Something about the permanence of the tattoo, I just could never get on board with having something permanent on my body like that. But I have tons of friends who have tattoos and I think they look awesome. It's just not something that I gravitated towards. So you can see I've got some ridging in my nails, and that is because I'm not great at hydrating my nails like I tell everybody to do. And I'm also in my mid-40s, and I just don't have as much oil in my skin. So my nails are starting to get dried out and form these ridges. But that's what buffing is for. Okay, this is called a ruby stone. If you guys have never seen a ruby stone before, it's just like a crystal file. And it helps to make the ends of the nails super smooth like glass. It's very similar to a glass file, but it has um, an even smaller grit, so it doesn't take off much nail length at all. It just makes the nail smooth. So if you have a snag or something like that, this is what I always tell people to use in order to smooth out the snags. It also, just after you're done filing, because the emery board tends to make the end of the nail feel a little rough, take this out over the end of the nail and it smooths it out. I've had my emery board for about 20 years. I mean, not emery board, my ruby stone. The only time you need to replace a ruby stone is if it breaks, because it will break on a hard surface. So if you have any like splitting or peeling of the nails, this is one of the best tools to have in your arsenal against that, because usually what happens is moisture will get in between the layers of the nails after you're done filing them, or if you're typing on things or working with your hands a bunch, the end of the nail will start to split open and moisture gets in between the layers, and that's when the layers separate even more and you have that peeling effect. Okay, I'm just going to gently push my cuticles back now. So this is just a basic cuticle pusher, and I'm not softening my nails or my cuticles at all because I'm hardcore like that. With my clients, I do use, well, it depends on the client actually. If they've got really tough cuticles, they'll get a cuticle softener, but most of the time I just gently push their cuticles back without anything, because most of the time they don't require anything to soften them. And then I use the E-file to remove any cuticle that's left on the nail plate. I like the squareness of the pusher because it can get deep into the corners of the nails, and I can kind of scrape. See all that stuff coming off my nail? That's the cuticle that's stuck on the nail. What are you guys all up to on your Saturdays? So far today, I've lounged around this morning, scrolled. I felt kind of sick this morning. I didn't feel very energized. I've been kind of doing this. I'm going through this candida cleanse right now, and I think it's just causing my body to sort of go into these Herxheimer reactions, like where I just have like an overabundance of yucky stuff in my system, and it makes me feel really like lethargic and tired. Anyway, so I was lounging around this morning, and then at 10, my favorite soccer team, Newcastle United, played against Fulham, and they did not have a great game, which was super annoying to watch because they were on such an awesome winning streak before, and really come to love watching them. This is my first year watching the Premier League soccer, and my husband and I wanted to watch for a while to see what team we wanted to root for. We didn't want to just pick like the best team and start rooting for them, because what fun is there in that? So after watching, like several months, I decided that I really liked Newcastle. The players seemed to be really cohesive, and they just seemed very good sportsmen. They weren't like overly, how soccer players are, you get hit and you fall over and act like you're dying. They didn't do that a ton. They do it, but they don't do it as much as like some other teams do. And so, yeah. And I also like Newcastle brown ale, so that works too. So we were watching the game this morning, and they lost 2-1. It was sad. And after that, I went into my sauna. I took some methylene blue because I was feeling like maybe I was getting a cold or something. and went into my sauna with my red light. If you guys don't know anything about methylene blue, you should look it up. It's great for metabolic, mitochondrial dysfunction. So pretty much everyone I know has some sort of a mitochondrial dysfunction. They're not working on all cylinders, if you catch my drift. So what the methylene blue does, in a nutshell, is it helps the mitochondria produce more ATP, which is your energy that your body runs on. And that, in combination with the red light, just helps to really give yourself a boost of energy, which is why I felt energetic enough to come into work today and do this live. Later on, after I get back from picking up groceries, I'm hoping that I will have enough energy to record my next YouTube voiceover. I have a couple of videos that I've just about finished editing, but I like to wait till after the voiceover is done to make sure that I don't need to add anything. Okay. So I think I'm going to grab just one bit to sort of clean up some of this cuticle. I don't want that one. Let's do, I guess I'll use this one. I'm going to use the unicorn bit. It's the most versatile one, I think, for this type of work. If it gets dusty up in the camera, I'm sorry. Okay, my left hand's a little bit harder. I have to make sure I don't press down into the nail or else I get those rings as they grow out. So I take it a little bit slower on my with my left hand. This is where I have heavy callus skin right here. I'm always picking at it. So I do the rotation of the bit one way over all the fingers, and then I go change the rotation of the bit to go over the other side of the fingers, in case you're wondering why I'm only doing half of the fingernail. Okay, that's pretty good. So I take some alcohol. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Alcohol, this one. Okay. And we're going to clean off the nails. Number three, this one. Karen, which polish do you want me to use? Do you want me to use the grayish purple, the blue, or the mauvey purple? 1, 2, or 3? I'm just trying to get more of this black out. This is one of the reasons why I don't like using dark polishes. They're a pain to get out of those dry areas around your skin, under your nails. Annoying. Good enough. Okay, let's review. Do I need to nip anything? It's pretty good. I'm not going for perfection here, but I do want it to look nice. Okay. So we've had, let's see, one person say 3. 2 people say, well, one person said 1. Okay. If you haven't weighed in on which polish color you want me to use, do it now because I'm going to put the base coat on. I've got this grayish, silver, purpley one. This cool bluish, greenish, purpley one. And this one, it's kind of like a mauvey pink with shimmer. Let's get a close up, I guess, a little bit. Older bottles has got all these little specks of dust and stuff in the polish. Did you guys hear about that plane that hit the helicopter in DC? That was right down the road from where I am. And I didn't know anybody personally on the plane, but I do know of people who were training the kids, the ice skaters. I used to take ice skating classes, and my teacher was an ex-Olympian ice dancer named Jennifer. She competed for Germany back in, I think, 96 maybe. And anyway, she was helping to train some of those kids. It's just so horrible and tragic. Just so young. I hate stuff like that. It just makes you really question what the heck's going on. Why was it their time? The only salvation, I think, or not salvation, but the only silver lining, I guess, would be, I don't know about all of them, but at least a few of them, they all died together, like with their family, their parents and their siblings. They all died at the same time. I don't know if you can have solace in that or not, but can you imagine being a parent and losing all your kids? Like freaking Lot. Wasn't it Lot? No, not Lot. Who am I thinking of? Who's the guy in the Bible who lost all his kids? My brain's fried. I can't think. Anyway. be a real hard time. Yeah, maybe it was Lot. Job lost all his kids. 3-letter name. Lot was the guy from Sodom and Gomorrah or something. So I'm putting on 2 coats of base coat with this Dazzle Dry because it helps the polish adhere even better. Dazzle Dry is awesome. It dries in 5 minutes. So I don't have to sit here for an hour waiting for my polish to dry. I can just start doing stuff. I can put on gloves, like nitrile gloves for work that are like super tight if I wanted to. It's pretty amazing. I didn't think it was possible, but they cracked the code. Okay, I think I've got more votes for 3, so I'm going to go with 3 today. This one's called Celestial Dreams. Oh, dang it. I just smeared my base coat. Hang on a second. I just smeared my base coat. I was putting my sleeves up and I smeared my base coat. Dang it. I can still smear with Dazzle Dry, unfortunately. I almost never have a perfect manicure because I'm too impatient. Come on, Rachel. Okay. do you think? Pretty good for my first coat. Normally I have it kind of all over my cuticles. You guys must be good luck. No, I haven't done my right hand yet, so we'll see. You'll see all of the mistakes. It's hard for me to see this side of my nail. This one, oh God, I can't believe I did this on this one too. I like smeared this one with my base coat too. Hang on. See if I can do this without ruining my whole polish. Okay. This is what happens when you do your nails at home. You have to always fix the mess ups. This is my right hand, so I need it to be perfect. Okay. Usually with Dazzle Dry, you know it's safe to do the next coat whenever the first coat goes matte. So this guy is still a little shiny, which means it's not quite ready for color. So I'm going to do the other colors, and I'll probably get this one last. Again, this color is called Celestial Dreams, and it is by Dazzle Dry. I contacted Dazzle Dry to see if I can be an affiliate for them, and they came back and told me that I was not their ideal partner, and they didn't really give me a reason, but in their description of like who their ideal partner is like they have to agree with all the things they post on social media and stuff. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, in my stories, I often post things like how to, like, my basically like organic, natural living and health sort of things. And I mean, I don't really get into politics or anything. I've never posted about politics on my Instagram. So I don't really know what the deal is with why. I just only imagine that they didn't like that I posted stuff about like lifestyle, like healthy lifestyle stuff, which, okay, I guess you're not meant to be. But I do like Dazzle Dry. Their polish is pretty amazing. Their brushes, you can tell, make it really easy to paint, even with your non-dominant hand like I'm doing now. So that is always a plus. Okay, I'm going to take my corrector pen. Have you guys seen one of these before? It's got like a sponge in the middle inside it. And you open the back and you put in polish remover and it drips out the tip. And after a while, it doesn't work that well. But, oh, you stupid. I can't believe I just did that. I just pumped acetone on my finger. You. Why? Why do I do those things? Anyway, you use it to wipe away any mistakes on your skin. So there's really no excuse to walk around with polish on your skin, guys. If you're going to take the time to polish your nails at home, take the extra minute to clean up the work around the cuticles. See how it just comes off? Amen. This is one of the best polishings I've ever done. I'm usually way messier than this on my right hand. It must be good luck. I think I would have stage fright or something with everybody watching. Okay, I gotta do one more layer on this. Don't let me forget. All right, so I'm gonna grab the top coat and you'll see how my polish is matte. Once I put the top coat on, it turns shiny. This top coat is almost too thick. Not going on very well. Change it out. All right. Now I wait 5 minutes and I'll be good for at least a week, as long as I don't clean, like, like heavy duty clean. Thanks everyone for coming and hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And this was fun. I'll have to do a live some other time. If you guys have any ideas of what you want me to do on my live, put them in my comment section or my community notes section and let me know. Have a wonderful Saturday.